I appreciate you bringing us together today. I want to thank the witnesses for participating today. I look forward to the expert testimony of our panel, and I value your insights. However, this hearing should also include the relevant agencies in our jurisdiction. That includes the FTC, the CSPC, which are essential to our mission to protect consumers. This administration has made it a priority to protect Americans during this health and economic crisis. And hearing directly from the commissioners should have been a part of today's discussion. In addition, while the subject matter for this hearing is broad, I believe that there's a striking omission from the background memo. Data privacy is the most fundamental consumer protection we could advance, and we should right now be working together. We enthusiastically participated in good faith negotiations with the majority, which preceded the COVID-19 outbreak. Although the pandemic broke the rhythm of our talks, it's made the need for a strong national privacy standard more urgent. There are plenty of proposals out there. Notably, our subcommittee has developed the only bipartisan staff draft on either side of the Hill. My hope was that this draft would serve as a foundation for a strong bipartisan bill that we could introduce together, Chair Schakowsky and myself. There are also targeted proposals that include protections during the pandemic, including one from Chair Schakowsky and Chair Eshoo. To protect people's privacy, I'm open to a targeted proposal, but the partisan process and the product has done serious harm to our bipartisan talks on a broader bill. Frankly, partisan proposals have no chance of being signed into law. If the majority chooses to come back to the negotiation table, I know we can still pass a comprehensive bipartisan bill in the House. If the point of targeted bills is that we want consumer protections during this crisis, why don't we find an agreement on a broader bill now and put a sunset date on it for us to revisit it later? This is not my first choice to a solution, but if we don't act now and work together, I fear a few more years will slip away before we see real action. The result will be a bigger patchwork of laws, and it will be impossible for people to trust how their privacy is protected. It's never been more important that we set a national standard. More Americans are spending their days online than ever before. There are many data-driven proposals for contact tracing that have raised privacy concerns. Small and medium-sized businesses who are already struggling to survive must now worry about being crushed by CCPA enforcement and frivolous lawsuits. Chairman Pallone tweeted that he wanted to pass a comprehensive privacy bill by the end of this Congress. Let's get it done. With our bipartisan draft, no one else is better positioned to do this. Let's see how it works for a set period and then negotiate to extend it with the added hindsight. If we succeed, Americans won't be left with uncertainty over how their data is collected during this pandemic and in the future. Another area where certainty is needed is in liability protection. For our economy to boom again, we must address the liability uncertainty hanging over the head of every small business owner out there. If we strike the right balance between protecting the safety of our workers and protecting employers from frivolous lawsuits, people can get back to work safely and have the opportunity again to build a better life. To win the future, we should also be focusing on the importance of emerging technologies that enhance consumer protection. Generally, and in relationship to the pandemic, the Trump administration has been at the forefront of American leadership in emerging tech. For example, the Office of Science and Technology Policy is leading a public-private partnership that leverages AI and quantum computing in our fight against the virus. Many of the problems we're talking about here today could be solved with progress in advanced materials, blockchain, and quantum computing. Not only will these technologies help us fight scams, unsafe products, and misinformation directly, they will help us ensure that we lead the world and beat China, which is the greatest source of fake and unsafe products and dangerous information. I thank you again, and I look forward to the discussion.